Okay, let's get straight into it. We are going to do Lego. I just want to get this away. And it's a Lego movie thing, and it's relatively new. It was on special. So, not that much special, though. Maybe I shouldn't have got it. But it looks interesting. I'm a bit disappointed that that's not actually a Duplo bit. But, hey, let's... Because it would have been nice to have a mixed Duplo and Lego set, I think. And I'm going to undo this the careful way. No, we're not. Oh, well, alright then. I'm just going to use a screwdriver and I'm going to smash it open. Smash it, smash it. There we go. Very stylish. It looks like a very big set, but like it looks like the box makes it look like it's a big set, but the price didn't make it look like a big set, and the picture doesn't really make it look like a big set. I don't know if I'm going to do the entire thing tonight, to be honest, because it's late and I just want to go to sleep. It didn't cost $17. But, alright, I had the price tag off. It's like, well, there's 2 bags, so that's good. We'll do 1 bag tonight, and then we'll do another other bag tomorrow, and that will make 2 videos. And I'm actually surprised at that price range to get 2 bags. But it's a pleasant surprise, and that kind of makes sense. Like, so there is a lot more than I thought. This is actually the wisest thing to spend my limited money on. Alright, so don't just look at the picture and make the pit thing. Actually open up the book. I'm talking to myself here, I'm not talking to you. You could make this by looking at the picture if you really wanted to. Well, you might. Maybe he can't. Oh, that's quite cute. Okay, he's going to have the smiley face. I don't know where his hair is. It's inside the little tiny bag that's inside the bigger bag. Okay, I was going to say, it's the bag pretending to be the bag inside the other bag. I know who I am. Alright, that's not a very exciting start to it, is it? So, is this the one that had... Oh no, this is not the one that had a really, really simple, silly rule. Silly step. Watching some videos today, reviews about some giant Meccano robot thing, which I could possibly get quite cheap, a second-hand one, and which I may do, but the G15 one, and the review wasn't very complimentary for it. But they were making a comment about one of the problems is that the instructions are just so ridiculously not very useful, and that they're hard to understand, and there's quite a few steps in one go. So it's not like Lego where there's like no steps in one go. So that's something. And also they were making a note that Meccano has been bought by Spin Masters, which makes it seem a bit tackier. Which maybe explains why the quality or the general sorry, excitingness of it has gone down since I first used it. Or not. So okay, this goes like this. Alright, let's do this. And oh, this is going to be kind of interesting. Oh, I see what's going to happen. So, we are actually making a Duplo piece, which is a weird experience to be doing. Not making it out of Duplo. Should have had a Duplo piece sitting on the desk for comparison. Like, I do have some Duplo pieces. I don't know where they are at the moment. I could have picked one up on today if I had thought about this a bit more, but then I thought I would never have thought of this. Why would I even... Oh, that's cute. What's the point of this thing though? Is it just to... Oh, who knows? Does it actually have... It must have a function. We'll find out. I'm kind of hoping it does have a function, because if it does spin around, that will be neat. Haven't watched the movie yet, but I will be almost certainly watching it this weekend, so I can find out what on earth this set has to do with anything, if at all. It could be like a scene that never actually made it into the movie. I mean, I'm assuming that actually it was a scene that made it into the movie, but we can pretend for a second. If one is likely to do... How come my one doesn't look the same as this? How come they match up? These are not the right ones. What? I'm confused by this picture. Because they don't match. What am I supposed to do? Oh, there's two types. Right, gotcha. Okay, that one. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. You can compare them. Compare and contrast the two types of thingy whatsits. One that goes on the bottom and one that goes on the top. If you understand. So, get the right one and then it makes sense. Oops, and I got it the wrong way around. So that's that one. Where's the other one that looks like that? It's over here. And a very useful, clear, smooth, roundy bit at the bottom. You never know when you'll need one of those. It wasn't yesterday, that's for sure. Well, it might have been. I don't know. I wasn't actually, you know, checking over your itinerary for yesterday's activities. Oh, look, and they go together. So quick jumping out of that because that conversation just wasn't making any sense. They do go together, so and it's quite cute that one of them uses the friction one, and one of them doesn't use the friction one. Pin. We can use the word pin. It's acceptable now. So this actually looks like a. It's quite nice that they have like in a Lego movie set. I think in all the sets they should have at least one 2x4x3, you know, standard Lego brick just for the fun of it. And there's quite a few in this one, and it's good to have the red ones. The orange ones really aren't as authentically original, which reminds me we haven't done the cool Lego thing that I was going to do, which is just because I have been slow to do things when I should have been fast to do things. Oh, okay, and this bit goes here. I almost missed that bit, and then that one goes there. And then you put the little extra bits. Oh, I guess that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, and then that one goes there. I was just thinking, maybe you could have put this one on, this piece here, on before you put the top on, and then it would have maybe been a bit easier. But it's quite easy as it goes. Donk, 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 donk. Well, you can't close their mouth. Well, that makes sense. Because why would they close their mouth? And now we have to put the studs, the pretend studs, on the actual studs. So, oh, I do wish I'd actually had a proper Duplo piece to compare. So there we go. We made some Duplo. Now we have to do this part. So this is quite a fun little set, actually. This is actually one of the most value-packed sets that I've ever managed to get. I'm surprised it's actually the price that it was. Even at $17 New Zealand, that's not too bad for this kind of set. Not when you compare it like with, I mean, for that kind of price at the moment, like from the same shop, you could get $2 for a couple of dollars less. You get, like, you know, somebody's little buggy car set. You know, the little city, a city set where you just drive around in your little car, and it's got like, or maybe like a little pack of people. So it seems to be in that kind of price range, but it's got more pieces. So, and it's a movie set. I mean, true, it's the Lego movie, so maybe they don't have the licensing issues that you might. And there's no Batman in this one, but there's actually a Batman one that wasn't actually that much more expensive than this one. That's a Lego movie one that has Batman in it. That was tempting, but I was kind of like, well, it's kind of a bit over my price range. So when it drops down or I get rich, then that will happen. So this is interesting. It looks like a little spaceship. I don't think it's meant to be a spaceship, but it's very hard to build it at this point and not go, oh, that's a spaceship, isn't it? Oh, there's another one too that has Benny in it. I might get that one. That was pretty cheap too. So that just goes there. It's got one little stud holding it in place. So hopefully they all just drop in price and they are on the reduced to clear real soon. Because there's quite a few cool, interesting sets. Remember when I watched a movie and I'm not actually that excited by the movie, then the whole lot will just seem like, oh, I remember this scene. It's not that exciting. It wasn't that good, but then maybe the movie will be really quite good, and will be. I suspect that will be. I will have some laughs, and it will be okay, and it will be good. Good enough for us today, And oh, this is actually, how many of these have I got? Because I don't think I've got many. Like I've got ones that are a different size to this, or they're a bit higher or something. They don't look like this one. And it's got this interesting little line that you can't really see. Probably you won't be able to see that on the camera. It goes, you can if I get the light to shine across it. Which makes it look like you have two pieces of plastic stuck together, but in fact, I doubt that is the case. They look like I always believed they were injection molded, and that's the point there. You can kind of see the little stud where the actual stuff is pushed into the mold, which I assume is how it works. Because if it's got the name injection molding, you'd think that they were injecting hot plastic into like a mold. That would be the sensible thing, and it's got to go on at some point. And that little part, you can see there's always one stud that looks a bit funny. That's where it went. So why does it have the line on the side? That's my whole point of that conversation, if that makes sense. Who knows? Somebody knows. Somebody at Lego knows. They know the secret. And they mustn't let anyone else know. If the secret were to get out. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm done something super wrong here. So wait. So I have done, this is the step. So I have to put this like that. It feels slightly awkward. Like, it doesn't feel like that's actually touching. I mean, there's not enough things it's touching. So I'm going to put this one, because it feels like this should be onto something, but it's just going to sort of dangle there a bit. And there's no way to attach it over the top. But you do get, ooh, it almost knocked something on the floor. You do get, I'm wondering what the whips are for. So there's some whips sitting here. Indiana Jones style whips. And now we've got his hair out. We can put his hair on. There we go. Now Emmet's got his hair. And some stickers. Look at them go! They've disappeared. Where would they have gone? Kind of sad. I was kind of hoping they were printed on. But they're not. Okay, we've done this. I don't know what this is. What is this thing? It's a thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm yawning a bit because it's actually way too late for me to be doing this. And I should be going to sleep. So I get this the right way around, and I think I've got the wrong one, but there's only one of these, so I have the right one. And they're really, really going out on these new pieces, aren't they? These rounded corner ones. These are like the hot new. It's like when that little piece that came with the brick textures came out. There's two. I think they come in two sizes. They were in everything all of a sudden, and then we're like, oh look, we've got a new piece that's a brick textured piece, and it's really useful for making brick things. So we're going to put it in all these things. And I don't know that one. I mean, this is the first time I've had it in this color. This is one of these colors. This color here. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's like it's got like green or something in the title. I don't know. It's one of these. Like the name that I see on Brickset is not the name that I would actually just give if I had the choice. It just seems like an odd. Where's the other piece? It's right there. It's right there. I just can't remember what it's called though. Sand green or something. No, that's not sand green. That's the other one. That's the Harry Potter. I don't know. What is sand green? That doesn't make any sense to me. I keep thinking that's either this or it's because it's sand. This is sandy looking. This looks like something out of a Tatooine Star Wars set. And there's the green one, which I think is sand green, which is the color that they use on those turrets in Harry Potter sets. That's what I always think of when I think of that color. But this is white. This is a white piece. So that's a. What is this thing meant to be? Where did this come from? Is this the first time I've ever had one of these? Because I think it is, because I've never noticed this. I'm pretty sure it's the first time on this channel. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to seem really daft. But look, it's a double-decker, one of those thing pieces. I wonder if they have a double-deckered indented thingy piece. That will be interesting. I don't know if that would be so useful. I'm surprised they've got this one. It's like, well, can't you just put two of them on top of each other? Was that really like the piece that you had to make a new one of? I guess people were like, well, when you put two on top of each other, you can always wiggle them around a bit, and I don't like the wiggle room thing. I like them to be perfectly straight. I don't know who this person who's talking now is actually, this hypothetical person. I mean, I don't really care. Like, I mean, you can't really, because wait. They had it somewhere. I mean, these things here. Something here was a bit wiggly. Well, that's a bit wiggly. That could wiggle around. So there's wiggle room. There's wiggle room. So whoever that person is who is upset with the fact that when you have two of them and you can kind of slightly wiggle them, and they want to have one that you can't wiggle, because you can wiggle that one. You can wiggle these two. There's two right on top of each other, right next to it, and they're wiggling like that. Look at them wiggle. So who knows what the point of that was? Maybe, I'm just thinking there was somebody that was, oh, what is this piece? Oh, this is just getting crazy. All these new season pieces that I haven't got because I haven't got any new season sets except for a couple of these ones. Look at this one. It's like got two on the top, and that's got to come in handy for something, maybe. I know it's going to come in handy for it. This exact little trick that they're doing right here, where they got one, and they're making this cute little pyramid, sort of, not a pyramid, a triangular, because a pyramid doesn't look really anything like that. So we have to be precise. So look at that sticker, look at that printing on the front cover, the front of this thing. It looks exactly like the picture. Right, so we've got that done. So now we get to use our whip, and I assume that you get a spare whip for no reason, because maybe you don't. Oh, it's a petrol station. That's right. They're getting petrol because it's a post-apocalyptic world. And what do you need in a post-apocalyptic world? Bread and crackers. And also, apparently, you need petrol or gas if you are so inclined. So this thing goes like that. And then it goes, maybe I should, one doesn't, oh, it does go all the way in. You have to kind of pull it across. I don't know if I feel happy about pulling it all the way across like this. So like what, like that? I think that's how the picture looks. Well, it doesn't look like that when I do it. Like it's a bit bended. Maybe that's why they give you two, because that's just going to break after a while. Because it's just, look at the force on that. You can see it straining. It's not going to hold much longer. Of course, there could actually just be another one. Oh, but there's a little brown. It's a bit sad. Here, have like the little brown plant stalky thing. See, this is a brown one actually. I don't know if I have many brown ones of these. Like I think I've had a couple in green. Of people holding bouquets of flowers, but not actually a brown one. So that's nice. It's a little. That could add some nice little texture to your own creation type stuff. For exactly this thing, it's a little bit of dried plant because it's a post-apocalyptic world. Or you just haven't watered your garden. Just sit still. Just sit. Okay, who am I talking to? I'm talking to that thing. They need to know the truth. Alright, and this, which makes me think, this actually, like, there was this, like, original People Pack a long time ago, and I'm sure one of them has, like, a little lollipop stick thing, but it's like a sign, and they're like a construction worker or something, I don't know, from a very long time ago, but that just makes me think of that when I look at that. It's octane, good work. Octane, not octane, octane. And then that goes, so they all go together somehow. Oh, this just plops onto the side. Oh, I see, so that goes there. This has taken me 10 minutes, 20 minutes just to get this far. Now, wow, this is a good set. So far, I'm quite pleased with this. Now I might just go and get another one at some point. Well, this is the third largest, smallest Lego Movie 2 set, I think. So we have to just get up to the fourth smallest. Which is probably one with Batman in it, and probably just leave it there because I don't really want to get to, like, I'm not going to get that apocalyptic, the one with the the Statue of Liberty in it, and then this one goes like that. So this is how it should go, right? It should be attaching to two studs and not floating in midair. So that one feels more comfortable. I'm not so upset with that. Well, you don't really do much with this one, do you? So this is pretty much done. There's a wheel thing. What's the wheel for? We'll have to look at the front cover. Or finish reading the instructions. One of those two things. This is like a little toll bridge thing. Wait, I've got this the wrong way around. Oh, it goes like that. Okay. Cool. It's for firing something. Oh, it's for firing the wheel. Probably. Because you certainly could fire the wheel. Kind of. So let's find out. Shall we? Oh. I'm going to break it, actually. They don't line up, do they? Hold on. Does that line up? It doesn't. It's one stud different. I feel like that means I've done something really wrong. Because they don't line up. Like, this one's the stud back. But maybe that's how it's meant to be. I'm sure it is. Oh look, you do put the wheel on the top. I correctly anticipated this exact thing. Why do I have so many of these little red bits? I feel like I should have used these for something and I haven't. In fact, what's this thing for? I didn't use this at all. Yeah, I'm confused. So what? Or maybe that goes on the back of this thing. That would make sense. So that just goes there. I must have missed that instruction entirely. And that's cool, because then I can do this. You are feeling, I don't know, slightly tired. It's not very good at hypnotizing you. Gonna make the hypnotoad sound. Well, that's quite cool. They look very wacky when their eyes turn around. And I haven't had an eye like that. I wish I had two of them, though. I wish they gave you a spare one of those. So I don't know what the red things are for. Maybe they were supposed to go underneath that. I feel like we should just go back over the instructions and see what were these things for. Nope, not there, 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 but yes, they were there. Okay, no, they weren't there. No, I did just see them in the picture. So they're coming up. Not there. Oh, I see. We were meant to make their teeth bigger. How do you get these things off? Oh, I don't have any fingernails today. Oh, great. I can't get it off. There we go. So, oh, goodness me. How long is the next one going to take? We'll just have that. We'll have a quick play with the bag. You'll see what it for the next part, and have a guess at how long the next video of this set will take. Well, I actually preferred it the other way around. I think it was better when it was a bit lower to the ground. Oops, I rhymed. That was bad. So you get... Oh, you do get a spare one of these. That's nice. So you get two... And you can actually make... You could put that over there, and then you can have two of them. So that's quite cool. You get two of those. And two of these bits, which are all quite useful bits. But why don't you get a second little black one? Oh, you do get a second black one. It's over here. Right, okay. So that's good. So far, that was quite happy. I'm going to give that a quite happy on the happy scale. And Emmet's like, everything is all done for today. I think that's how the song goes. So this does not look like it's going to take as long as the first part. But they're playing definitely on the fact that they've changed those to yellow. I wonder if any of those are odd numbers. That looks like a 7, to be honest. No, that doesn't look like a 7. What was I talking about? Okay. And you get some green ones in there. Well, we'll save that for tomorrow. So Emmet says bye. Bye.